Our oceans are struggling. 40% of the world's oceans are negatively affected by human activities, including pollution, depleted fisheries, and degradation of marine and coastal ecosystems. Up to 90% of wastewater in developing countries flows into waterways untreated. About 2 million tons flow into our waters daily. Approximately 18,000 pieces of plastic litter float on every square kilometre of our oceans. 61.3% of the world's fisheries are fully exploited and 28.8% overexploited. In September 2015, world leaders agreed to address these and other challenges and pursue a sustainable future through the adoption of 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Of these goals, number 14 aims to conserve and sustainably use oceans, seas, and marine resources, and number 6 seeks to ensure access to water and sanitation for all. However, many others are related to the protection and sustainable management of international waters. The Small Grants Programme, funded by the Global Environment Facility and implemented by the United Nations Development Programme, believes that global environmental problems are best solved with the help of the local communities who are most affected by the destruction of the natural resources they depend on. Our motto is local action, global impact. SGP supports innovative work of hundreds of communities worldwide to tackle environmental degradation and contribute to the protection of international waters. In the last 5 years alone, 265 communities and civil society organisations in 83 countries prevented, avoided, or reduced 167,199 tonnes of waste from entering water bodies and supported the sustainable management of 164,169 hectares of marine and coastal areas and fishing grounds, as well as 264,822 hectares of river and lake basins through community interventions. SGP has worked with the United Nations Development Programme, the United Nations Environment Programme, and the World Bank to integrate community practices in regional water body management processes in the South China Sea, the Caribbean, the Pacific Ocean, Niger River, Nile River, Lake Victoria, and other water bodies around the world. SGP demonstrates that small actions with an average size of $26,000 per project at the community level, coupled with the efforts of governments, research centres, the private sector, donors and other key stakeholders, can lead to results at a greater scale. These are a few examples of the results achieved by SGP with strong local community partners at the helm. In 2008, SGP supported the Belitung Coastal Community Group in Indonesia to create a model for the sustainable management of coral reef ecosystems that improved the livelihoods of the community in Belitung Island. In 2009, due to the good results achieved by the organisation, the Indonesian government allowed BCCG to lead a pilot project to develop Payang Island as a conservation site using ecotourism. In 2011, the Ministry of Marine Fisheries declared Tanjung Binga as a coastal and small island conservation zone and is currently in the process of declaring Selat Nasik as a coastal and small islands conservation zone. This innovative coastal and island conservation model has been replicated in other islands and won the Indonesia Coastal Award in 2013 and the prestigious Headquarter Prize in 2015. In 2008, SGP supported the Underwater Research Society in its advocacy efforts to push for the declaration of Turkey's first no-fishing zones in Gökova Bay with direct involvement of local communities. In 2010, 6 no-fishing zones were declared by the Turkish government, with full consensus of the fishing communities, who were key advocates for the new protected area status. In 2011, the number of the no fishing zones increased to 10, with support of a full-size project from GEF and UNDP. In 2012, the project established a local ranger system to enforce the no fishing zones in Gokova and strengthen the capacity of fisherwomen. These efforts were recognised internationally when the Underwater Research Society won the coveted Whiteley Award and established the Mediterranean Conservation Society. In 2013, the initiative won the Headquarter Prize. In 2014, it won a second Whiteley Award. These efforts demonstrate the power of community action in advocating the government to designate conservation areas for the protection of coastal and marine resources, as well as the importance of promoting sustainable livelihoods for the local population that can reduce the pressure on marine and coastal ecosystems. SGP will continue to work with partners and actors around the world to protect the global water commons, and we invite you to partner with us in the journey. Global problems result from cumulative actions of individuals, families, small groups, private firms, and local, regional, and national governments. The solutions that are evolved by local people have a chance of being more imaginative and better ways of solving these problems. Local action, global impact.